school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
You're waking up with the Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
Good morning, Boone, North Carolina, and all you fun residents out there.
And if you're streaming this anywhere else in the country or not in the country,
Facebook.
good morning.
We're going international, guys. You don't know how many international friends I have. Whew.
Sounds like that's a hyperbole.
You'd be surprised. WSU is very international. I've heard people from different countries talk about they listen to our station. So,
no way.
Yeah.
Well, it's the afternoon in some parts of the world, so it's a lot easier to get up and watch, you know.
Hi, Belgium.
Good morning, Belgium.
Hi, Putin. Yeah, but how are you all doing this beautiful morning?
Well,
you know, I was telling her earlier, well, I feel a little bit better getting up now. Like, getting up at 8 o'clock has been a big change. And
do you? Because you guys got here later than last time.
Yeah. I don't know, but I got up around the same time. I actually got up earlier and slept later, and I feel pretty good.
Yeah, I think if you get into a routine of getting up early every day, it's easier. But if you have 1 or 2 days a week where you have to be up earlier, it's really hard.
Yeah, you got to get the rhythm.
Yeah.
So you're telling me everyone should make their schedule with 8 a.m.s so it feels better?
Oh, no.
No?
I would not recommend that. That's what I have right
Good.
now.
Yeah.
I was
do
just
not
making
do
sure.
that.
Well, let me tell y'all, I had a rough night. Okay.
Joshua, it was a Tuesday night. What are you doing?
It was a Tuesday night.
Club going up?
And I was ready. No, I was ready to go to bed early. I haven't gone to bed early in a long time. And me and my roommate were like, dude, no one's here. My roommate's doing their homework, not playing video games like they usually are. And I'm like, we could actually get to bed early. And we looked at each other like, yes, here we go.
Oh, gosh.
And the second we are about to go to bed early, my other roommate from downstairs burst into our upper area because it's like a split level. And he's like, what is right above my room? Like, frantic and everything. And we're like, we're just standing here. Like, it was just our furniture. And he's searching everywhere. Like, is it the dishwasher? Is it the washer? Is it the toilet? What is going on? A pipe burst in our house and was leaking straight down into his bedroom.
Oh, no.
That's the worst.
Yeah. So we frantically started searching for where it could come from and the water because we actually didn't know the house or anything. Like, we're pretty bad owners. We didn't know anything where the water was shutting off or anything. So I turned off all the sinks, the washer, the toilet. Like, we were just looking for it everywhere. Our landlord wouldn't answer. The one roommate I had who maybe potentially would have known where the water wasn't home, and he wouldn't answer. He wouldn't even answer like my emergency text. I texted him like, call me, emergency now, like answer, call me. Like everyone texted him, and then
he said, nah, Netflix and chill.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But
so what time did you go to bed by the end of all that?
2
in the morning. Well, duh.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, 2 in the morning because fire department had to come. We called them, and they basically just sat there like, yeah, I think you turned your water off. Because I found the water. I believe I found the water anyway. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is it. They're like, yeah, I think that's it too. You got a leak. I'm like,
well, duh.
Well,
thank you.
No way. I got a leak.
Obvious, right?
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, there it is on the ceiling. You see it? I'm like, you know what? I really do.
My job is done.
And
it's leaking.
And then they just left us. They're like, yeah, you guys turned it off. Nice job.
Wow.
So,
well, there's not much they can really do.
I mean, you're right.
Does your rental company not have like an emergency phone number?
They had an emergency service and they actually did really well. So proud of them. They came out in like an hour and they basically said the exact same thing. Yeah, you got a leak. And I guess it came from one of our toilets. I guess when we flushed it, like backed up or something and just either burst the pipe, leaked we were without water for a while last night and now we're still afraid to do anything, shower, water.
Right.
So that was my night in a nutshell.
Well, the SRC has showers, so.
You got a shower,
in
actually.
my place,
I found
yeah.
out.
So.
Yeah, I know. I got a couple places I could go. But
oh, gosh.
That was my night. So here I am 5 hours later.
Yeah, because you were telling me about it last night when I was texting you. I was very concerned because I was like, Josh doesn't really get stressed out like this. It sounded like he was really stressed. So I was like, what's going on?
I wasn't stressed. I was just aggravated again because once again, you know, the college student, like we like to actually go to bed early sometimes. Like every once in a while, I would like to think every college student like, hey, tonight I can maybe go to sleep early and get some rest. And that was finally my night to do so. And now I'm here.
Oh, no.
Another night. you know, just
Right.
gotta stay
yeah,
positive.
You're right. Yeah,
Oh
I'm sure
my
something
gosh.
else will go wrong. But
Murphy's Law. Well, that's just, because when I saw you yesterday, too, you were already stressing. You had a lot to do.
oh
and
yeah, that's why I
you-
thought I was good. Thought I
I'm
was in the
sorry,
clear.
Josh. It happens.
It's fine. Just people out there, make sure you know where your water cutoff is and what to do.
Gosh.
Fair.
Mhm.
Well, that's technically, is it your rental company's problem now? Like,
we
don't
think.
they have to
I
take
feel
care
like
of
they're
it?
gonna blame us just because. Why wouldn't they?
You look blamable.
Yeah. I also have that one roommate. Like everyone knows that one person who's like, "Oh man, I don't think I'm gonna pay my rent this month." Like they owe me that. I'm like, dude, if you don't pay your rent this month, it goes up $100 for all of us in rent. And he's like, I don't think it's my fault. I think they owe us a month rent or whatever. I'm like, you're gonna be that guy. Like,
Oh,
everyone has that
great.
one
Yeah.
roommate who goes to the extreme, and
Yeah.
I have him.
So while Josh is spending money on repairing his
Mm-hmm.
house, or we can spend money on luxury items that apparently a lot of millennials are doing these days if
That
they
must be
have
nice.
money for luxury items.
Right.
Right? So apparently the number one purchase by most millennials, which I guess we are in that category. I don't really know how those categories fall, but I've been told I'm a millennial. Netflix.
That's a luxury.
Wait.
That's a luxury.
Is that
What?
the top?
That's the top number one thing that we spend our money on. Apparently, is
Really?
Netflix.
That's not that much.
Netflix is only $10 a month, though.
But I think it means every millennial has a Netflix account, so that's the thing that every spends their money on. But I don't have one.
I share.
Yeah, I kind of maybe mooch off
Yeah.
some
I use my
brands.
mom's, so.
Yeah, does anybody really watch cable as much
No, we
anymore?
didn't get
I mean,
Netflix
like,
really.
for my house, no.
I only have Netflix.
Cable's expensive. So, but I do enjoy it when I go back to my parents' house. I love that TLC.
Oh yeah, they get that DirecTV sports package.
Oh,
I
yeah.
tell them every year,
Ooh.
they're like, you're not even home anymore. I'm like, I don't care. I come back.
Spotify is the next one.
Okay, I will say Spotify Premium.
It's
definitely
worth it.
It's worth
It's
it.
worth it.
Especially with that
No.
student discount.
Yeah, because it's like 99 cents for 3 months
No.
of Spotify, if I'm not mistaken. It's really cheap.
Are you serious?
Yes. Spotify Premium is awesome.
Don't
Love it.
you need Wi-Fi or a service to make it work though? Aren't you using data to make it work? Or am
Well,
I
you
don't
can
know
use,
Spotify.
You
at
can
all.
use data or Wi-Fi, and also if you have Spotify Premium, you can make a playlist, and you can download the songs on that playlist that you can use offline. So if you don't have internet connection, if you're going camping or something,
Or to
you can-
Colorado.
yeah,
'Cause
exactly. Then you can have it all downloaded and it'll be good to go.
Yeah, because that's what I was wondering. Like, if you don't have service or Wi-Fi and you're out of data or something, like,
Right.
you're kind of up a creek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I run out of data every month. Every single month. And I really don't. Well, Instagram.
I
is
hate that.
killing me.
I hate that text message when it's like, whoop, you only have 10% left. And
I
you're
know.
like,
I think I'm
Oh, no.
popular.
it's the middle of the month. What am I
Just started,
doing?
man. What's up?
One time I lost all my data a week into the cycle because I was the elected DJ at a certain party, and apparently somebody decided to put YouTube on, like a YouTube playlist, which eats up data, and I wasn't on the house Wi-Fi.
Oh.
It was
No,
gone
no.
in a night.
No.
Rookie mistake.
Rookie.
Oh, no.
And I don't use this service a whole lot, but I think, Howie, you do. Lyft or Uber?
Lyft, yes. We used that in Colorado, actually, when we went to Colorado.
Yeah,
and
yeah, we did a few times.
I think Lyft worked really well. They seem more reliable than Uber, but I use those sometimes, and we use those in Colorado, and it worked
Are
really
those
well.
expensive?
Lyft and Uber are about the same price. I think Lyft's a little bit cheaper, but they give you a lot more coupons. So
But it's interesting that I think millennials are just spending money on these services, luxury items like music, TV, and then rides.
Right.
Isn't that? I thought that was interesting because my money all goes to food. But
Same.
is that a luxury item though?
food
Yes.
is luxury.
See, I thought you were going to be like, I thought you were going to talk about like jewelry or
No.
like,
Yeah,
you just said
right.
Netflix. And I was like, that's a necessity. That's like not even, that's not a luxury item.
We all need some Netflix and chill. So
Yeah, exactly.
coming up on the morning app, we're going to have another story for you about somebody spending money, and keep listening on 90.5 WASU.
Morning App on 90.5 WASU and WASUradio.com. 8:14 on this lovely Wednesday morning. You're listening to The Morning App. We forgot to introduce our friend over here last segment, Dovey. He's been on the show a few times. And right now we got Howie, Josh, myself, Kristen, and Dovey.
Dovey Das.
Hi.
Das.
Hello. My name is Dovey Das.
Lithuanian, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's incredible.
It's so
You're telling me.
amazing. Yeah.
Is that your pickup line at the bar?
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you just
Hi, I'm Lithuanian. Привет.
I'm
And they're like,
sure
that's
that works.
Russian.
Just move that to the relationship segment. What works? You just got to be like
You have an accent.
Lithuanian, yeah.
You got it.
Accent Lithuanian.
Lithuanian pickup lines. One-on-one.
Speaking of picking up girls, we have an article about a man who thinks her ex is being scammed.
Yes. So this article is weird, to say the least.
They always
So,
are.
It starts off, a 72-year-old British woman married a 27-year-old man from Nigeria, and they met on Facebook. There wasn't like
All love
anything else.
stories do.
Facebook. And so her ex, he's been kind of just investigating this a little bit, seeing what's up, and he thinks that she's being scammed because he needs to get a $28,000 traveling like extravaganza for him to go to the UK. And so she's been fronting all this money for him to come over, and it just seems really off to him. But her sons and she thinks that it's the perfect match. And he's 27 years old from Nigeria.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's a 45 age difference between the two.
Well, you know, when what they say, you know, age doesn't matter if it's true love and blah, 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 blah.
Do they with that? 45?
Yeah.
That's like 2 generations.
That's like you can only do that if you're a celebrity, it feels like.
That's fair. I don't know. It always makes me kind of nervous if any relationship, if you're not married and you're giving somebody else money. If you ever watch Catfish, that happens all the time, and then they're down like thousands and thousands of dollars because they met this person online,
Right.
Facebook, and they're not legitimate and they're asking for money, and then you're out and you can't do anything about it.
Right. So do you think that any 27-year-olds out there would marry somebody that is that age? Do you think that that's a thing? Maybe?
I mean,
They've never met in person ever.
Never.
That's just
Absurd.
you know
right?
what? When someone has a connection, you know what? True love sometimes. You can't stop that, Dovey.
that's a movie.
But how do you know there's a connection when all you've done is Facebook message?
Oh, you can tell.
Yeah, she
Facebook
used-
Messenger is like the #1 way to get a connection with someone.
She used the 3 heart emojis.
Yes.
I guess you can say things again pretty soon.
It's like whenever you were younger and they said "hey" with 3 Y's, you're like, oh, she totally wants me. She's totally into me.
yeah.
fall in love instantly.
Or when you're on AIM and you put 2 exclamation points and then you turn to your friend, is that too much?
Right.
Should I get rid
Should
of
go
one?
for
Does
3
he
or
know?
2.
But I mean, is there
Let's go
actually a
4.
chance for
Yeah.
real love in this story? Do you think that this is actually something that is real?
I want to say yes.
You got to believe in
but
something.
You know, you're right, because I think true love you can find at any age, but I just think the way that this story's went down, it just seems really off. Something about it's off.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's not, hey, can I get $20 so I can buy us dinner tonight? Or you would be buying me dinner, but you know, it's not, hey, I'm a little low on rent. Can you help me out? It's what, $28,000?
Yes, $28,000 for a touring visa. So
Maybe she-
traveling to the UK.
Maybe she is a celebrity.
Yeah.
If that's pocket change to her, then hey, go for it.
Right? $28,000. I can't even imagine spending $20,000 right now, like at all.
Spending it as like, I can't imagine having it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money to have in your hands, right?
See, if my gut already tells me, like, if you feel uneasy about it, then it probably is that. Like, it's probably not.
Oh, that's my life.
shouldn't
Don't
go
tell
with
me
it.
that, Dovey.
You know?
Is he a prince from Nigeria?
No idea, but I know that they've been married for more than 2 years already.
They've been married. How do you get married when they're not together?
There's online stuff,
You
man.
can have
They-
a Facebook ceremony.
yeah.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah, you can get married online now. It's a thing.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, over somebody you met on Facebook.
Oh, come on. Is that even legitimate marriage then?
You know, do you think it's legitimate? I think
No.
I don't think it's legitimate. either,
I think
but-
it's legitimate the same way everything on the internet is legit. That's how legitimate.
You have
I
to
think it
type in the security question online.
Right.
Are you a
Make it
robot?
Are you a robot?
official. Yeah.
To make this marriage legitimate. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I don't think there's much information about him, just that we know that he's from Nigeria, and they met on Facebook, and they're married, and her ex, who is 71 years old, his name is Donald. And
Wait,
yeah.
wait.
We're bringing the ex
This
into
must
it.
be a. How old is she?
72, he is 71.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's only 1 year age gap.
One
That's
year
a little
age
bit
gap,
better.
but
Okay.
her ex-husband. And I don't know if she left him for the guy in Nigeria.
Oh, I hope not.
I have no idea.
No.
I think we need some more information on that story. Just a little bit more.
We need to call him up right now.
Well, something totally off topic, but something I thought that was really interesting. On a scale of 1 to 10, how afraid of you? How terrified are you of clowns?
12.
Probably about an 8. I hate clowns.
An 8?
15? 16.
15? Yeah.
20?
I think it depends on their face painting.
So there's a theater in Austin, Texas, and they're holding a special screening of It. The Stephen King
Yes.
clown story,
Mhm.
and you're
Look
only
good.
allowed to go see it if you're dressed up as a creepy clown.
Nope.
So
Nope.
I
Stop.
think we're inviting trouble here. Wasn't it like not even a year ago we
Yeah.
were all afraid of clowns, and now oh man, they're trying to get them all in one spot so we can take them out.
Dude,
Oh
I
my
was so
goodness.
bummed I didn't see a clown last year.
Yeah,
I
because
was
that big phase that they had going
Yeah,
on,
I
people
was
were
like,
running into people with
oh,
clown masks
please.
on.
Please
Let me
don't
be the
make it.
one. Let me be it.
So now you can go into a whole theater and just sit down in the midst of all of these creepy clowns, and
Absolutely not.
No.
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 I'm kind of about it.
I would go. I would
kinda
dress up
wanna
as a
do
clown
this.
just to see it.
What if that whole thing that happened back, when was it? It was probably October-ish.
It's around Halloween.
Yeah,
wasn't
it was
it?
around Halloween,
was
yeah.
oddly enough around Halloween.
Mhm.
What if that was a like a promotion for it? Like a secret promotion. Like, I'm gonna just throw these clowns in the woods
If it's
to
a
promote this new movie.
if it's a secret promotion, don't we need to know about the promotion? How
But
are we
it's a
promoting?
secret promotion.
Okay, so
It's
you're just
secret.
this is a conspiracy theory that you just came up with.
and it's a
so
pretty
no
good
one,
one.
Again, how is
Yeah.
that promoting it? If they had told us that afterwards, but no one's come out and said it.
They
Like,
should have slapped posters, or something like.
unless
yeah.
maybe it was a promotion, but then they saw how much backlash they were getting. They're like, oh yeah, no, we're not associated with them.
I
We're clowns.
think clowns are the absolute scariest thing out there. I don't know why they exist. Spiders, any day. I don't care about spiders.
Nah.
Snakes, kind of cute, you know?
Nah.
Oh,
Heights, I can get over it. But clowns, no. Those
To-
should not exist.
To anybody that's aspiring to be a clown here at App State,
like we still support you.
yeah, you
Go
can
go
do it.
watch
Yeah,
Not
we
it.
don't
me.
judge. We
Go
don't
out
judge.
there, follow your dreams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't let Kristen.
Don't let
take
your
you down.
dreams be
Yeah.
dreams.
I will not support that.
But because of this, there are more and more theaters now that are trying to get in on this. They're
Great.
like,
That's pretty cool.
we want to do the same thing.
Now, during the movie, will there be antics? Do you think in the middle of the movie you just slowly hear a balloon animal, that little
Oh.
You're
little balloon
Or
I
like
don't
the
even know the
little-
noise. When you
that-
have a balloon, you twist it around.
the old school bike horn. That
right in the middle. He's about to get the kid.
I hear that. I'm out.
So-
I'm running out.
One time I don't know why, my parents are so weird. I love them, but they're weird, right? They dress up for Halloween. They had a clown mask in their closet. And just because they're my parents and they like to mess with me, I was sitting downstairs eating breakfast, and I think it was my dad, it might have been my brother, I'm not sure, put the clown mask on. This was when I was 8, okay? I was young, and they just stick their head to where I could see that, so I couldn't see their body. And I'm just watching TV, and then all of a sudden there's a clown head just popped up, freaked me out, and ever since then I'm
You're
nope,
scarred.
Those are
nope.
great parents.
I know, classic,
No.
classic
They're
joke
great.
right there. Oh,
Nah.
Cool.
Clowns,
Well-
not with it. Not with it. Not at all.
Well, yeah. We will be right back. We're about to take a break, but stick around. We got real or fake news coming up in just a bit. Don't take the money. The Bleachers, 90.5 WASU FM The App.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App, on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 WASU. It is currently 8:30 in the morning. The weather in Boone has been up and down, but it's a little bit warmer today. Josh, do you have the weather for us?
It's been honestly pretty down these last couple of days, I think. I mean, the sun hasn't been out. It hasn't been that hot, but today it's currently 57 degrees, and we got a high of 71, but it's not going to reach that. There's no way. The cloud is a fog rolling in, potential low of 60, but it feels way lower than that to me.
Wow.
Winter's coming.
Don't get too excited, Josh.
Well, I'm tired of this cloud. I want sun.
Yeah.
It's been cold in the morning. I don't know why. It's no sun when I'm walking to class. It's been chilly. I'm wearing a jacket already.
I think we are going to have a cold winter coming up.
Oh,
and
I think it's gonna be cold, but I don't think we're gonna get any snow. Right when the cold hits, it's just gonna be like, oh, sorry, we're not gonna rain for days, weeks, months.
Winter is definitely coming in Boone. That's for sure. It is coming.
It's always horrible, but what does happen in the wintertime is ice hockey. And I just want to give a shout out real quick to my brother's NC State hockey team. They have their first game. If you're in Raleigh, it's on the 23rd of September. Shout out to my brother because he's actually listening today, and he never shows me affection in any way. That's the kind of relationship we have, and he loves me. He's listening.
Shout out to the App State hockey team as well. I know they're starting up practice and whatnot.
Oh,
yeah,
App
we
State
have a hockey team, club
No,
team.
we
Go
do,
join
and they're
them.
great.
Yeah, they're really cool and everything. Go join them. I'm technically a part, but I've been pretty busy, so.
Yeah.
The App State hockey team is actually really fun to watch. I think they play their games where? In Charlotte?
It depends, but Charlotte, Winston-Salem, every once in a while, it depends.
I want to go to one of those games.
It's a good sport to watch,
It is.
especially in the wintertime.
It's so much fun to watch it live than on television.
I mean,
agree.
television's
Yeah.
great,
It's
but live is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what else is amazing?
Me?
What?
Yeah, me?
Yeah, I tried.
Okay, let's not get conceited here. It's our favorite game, Real or Fake News.
Yes.
We are playing it today. We played it all last semester. It seemed to be a hit. Brandon, too. Shout out to Brandon, too. For losing last semester. Here's what's gonna happen is I'm gonna read a few article titles, and they could be real titles that you will find in the news or fake titles that I just made up. It is up to you guys, Josh, Howie, Dovey, to decide whether they're real or fake. We're gonna keep a tally, and by the end of the semester, the loser will have to do something incredibly embarrassing, which we have not decided yet. Are you guys ready?
Oh,
I'm ready.
All right, thinking caps on. First question. Hurricane Harvey ruins couple's third wedding attempt.
That's real.
100% real.
Real.
Yeah, I can see that.
Third wedding attempt?
Third.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There's a guy who's been struck by lightning 7 times in one lifetime. I think that could happen.
Yeah, we don't have to think, okay?
I'm hitting that
Give us a
one.
harder one.
I think they just have terrible luck, so I'm going to say it's real news.
They must have the Kornmeyer luck. Well, you guys are all correct. So don't give yourself a tally. Don't give yourself a tally. We tally the wrongs.
Sorry, I'm new to this.
He just wants points.
This is a pen. I can't unmark it.
It's like golf. The lowest points at the end of the semester will win.
Okay.
All right. Here's another headline. Hotel has slides instead of escalators.
I think I've heard of that before.
In my
so
dreams.
I want to say it's real. I think I've heard something about that before.
But then how do you get up? You have to just
Take
awkwardly
the stairs. You got to take the stairs.
slide like you would back in the day. Like, guys, watch how fast I can do this.
Well, it says escalators, not elevators. So you can take an elevator and the stairs.
Just says slides.
Oh, just slides
Keep
and that's
that in
it?
mind.
Just slides. I don't
Oh.
know. That doesn't seem very.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that's practical.
I'm going true just because I want it to be true.
I'm going true. Real news.
I'm gonna say it's not true.
Well, Dovey, it's your first time at this game, and you're correct. Josh
So
and Howie,
not
you are
true?
incorrect. Yeah, it's
Boy.
fake.
Oh, I found it.
Can we
Got the
make it
buzzer.
the buzzer.
You just buzzed yourself.
I know. It's fine. I'm working with it. I was trying to get the sound effects.
All right, ready for the next one?
Dang, Dovey.
A tourist guide gets fined for scaring a polar bear. Everybody loves
What?
polar bears, and he scared him, and now he's getting a fine, apparently by the National Parks Company.
Okay.
How did he scare the polar bear?
I can only reveal the titles.
How do you scare the polar bear, and how do you even know the polar bear was scared? Like, I mean, you have to ask them yourself, right? People, sometimes when you scare someone, you're like, "Oh, I scared you." And you're like, "No, you didn't."
Yeah, I'm saying it's
Yeah.
fake news.
Like, how do we know?
I'll go with fake news.
Really?
I'm going real because that's really impressive. If so,
I'm gonna go fake.
I gotta believe in something
I can't
these
say,
days.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't know.
Gotta believe in something.
Yeah.
Well, Josh, you can go ahead and give yourself the correct point. You won. Howie,
Yeah, that's
Dovey, sorry,
right.
that is incorrect. Okay.
Oh no,
Ah,
I'm in last now.
shucks.
Wait. Do we get any details about it or anything? Or?
I can't give you details. I can only give you headline.
No, about the polar bear. Like, isn't there more to the story?
Well, you can Google it.
Oh, I gotta know.
All right. One more. Let's see here. Let me get a good one for the last one. Makeup, as in stuff, I don't know if you guys wear makeup, but makeup
Of course.
is made of animal scales. Has become a hit in the foreign country Japan.
That is true.
In Japan.
100%.
It's a hit in Japan. Animal scale makeup.
100% without a
I'm
doubt.
gonna say it's not
Book
true.
it.
I'm gonna go with real news.
Book it.
I'm gonna say it's not real
True.
because it's not weird enough for Japan.
All right.
Yeah, that's kind of normal.
So final answer, Josh. What are you?
I'm going real.
Real?
Real.
I'm gonna say not real
Come
because
on.
they said real.
I think Dovey's kind of killing it for his first time. Might be beginner's luck, but he is correct. Josh,
Okay,
Howie,
Dovey, I'll
I'm
give
so
you that.
sorry.
Oh no,
You
this is
are
not good.
The Lithuanian, you know?
I got 1 out of 4. This is not good. The bad start.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know
okay,
what I am.
So who's in last? Tally it up.
That's me.
What you got?
So I have 1 point. Josh has 2, and Howie's got 3.
Oh, Howie, you got to pick it up, man.
It's okay. It's the beginning of the year. We're gonna pick it up. No
Yeah.
worries.
Well, that's what Brandon said, and yet he was in last the entire year, even when I tried to help him, and it didn't
You
work.
gotta, you gotta like warm up. You know, gotta
Yeah.
start reading
Okay,
all these
yeah.
weird stories.
Yeah.
And being like, okay.
Yeah.
Prep yourself. But
That's-
that was the first game of the semester. We'll do more, and hopefully, Howie, you can crush Josh, and he'll be the loser. So, like he is in most things.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm just
You're
kidding,
right.
Josh. I love you.
Well, speaking of those, first weeks of the year, I have a couple worst first day of school stories that are, of course, really, they're pretty funny, but unless they happen to you, which, a lot of these I'm sure have happened to a lot of you. I've tripped going up the bus stairs every single first day of elementary, and I'm in junior year now.
Oh, no.
Okay, that's from one person. That's pretty normal, but it gets worse. My question for this one, someone wrote, the cheerleader threw me in a dumpster on the first day of my freshman year. I didn't have a change of clothes, and I smelled like garbage for the rest of the day.
No.
Now, is this a guy speaking or a girl speaking? Because if it's a girl cheerleader, then the girls threw her into the dumpster, like, that's a little bit more believable. But if you're a guy, freshman year, and the cheerleaders picked on you.
Well, they could be seniors, and he could have been a freshman.
yeah,
He
but
could have been fooled. He could have
what
been
kind
manipulated.
of cheerleaders
They could have
are
been
these?
like, "Hey, come hang out with us," and he'd be like, "Okay."
Actually, you're right. That got him.
You know,
That
us
got
guys
him.
were like, "Oh, girls hang out? What?
Senior cheerleaders.
Senior cheerleaders? Yes, sign me up."
Either way, that's so mean. I was so scared when I got to school that stuff like that would happen. And luckily, I survived middle school without getting thrown into a trash can, locker, all the stuff that you imagine would happen.
Right.
Knock on wood. I haven't finished school yet.
I don't know. I imagine all that, but like, none of it actually ever happened. Like getting stuff in the locker, that doesn't happen as much as we think, right?
Well, you're reading an article where they just got thrown in the trash.
Yeah,
By
you're right.
cheerleaders. So
It's pretty
you know,
bad.
I don't know.
I guess here's a good one. I got stuck behind a slow driver on my way to school on the first day. Finally passed them and flipped them off. It was my teacher.
Oh.
What if they? But here's the thing. What if they like appreciated your confidence and they were like,
Yeah,
I don't-
10 points. 10 points on your
10
next
points on
test.
your- yeah.
I really don't think that's a thing.
That's when I'm always scared that's going to happen. If I'm driving to my first day on a new job, I am the nicest driver ever because I'm like, you could be my boss, you could be my boss. I'm in the area. You never know. You got to be careful of that kind of stuff.
Right.
You shouldn't be driving to your job anyway. You're a terrible driver.
I am.
Anywho, here's another tripping one. I tripped going down the stairs, which is a pretty normal one, and I fell into my teacher, knocking her and her cup of tea all over the place. And yeah,
But
she
that's-
okay, we can
Ugh.
recover from that.
Yeah, see, that's a little unfortunate.
Tea is
yeah.
hot, but coffee would have been worse. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I was
You
in
know
my
what?
mind. I saw that. I was like, oh no.
The
It's
burn,
tea.
the burn scars are forever, but that relationship can be mended. You're right.
Mhm. With another cup of tea. I
And then
think.
they'll laugh about it later. Like, oh yeah, remember that time you knocked me over and spilled my tea all over the place? Like, haha.
Can you give me an A now?
Detention.
Sorry.
And then the last one I got here, this is a classic. My chair broke when I sat on it in the first day. Everyone laughed. I mean, like first class you go into,
no.
you just sit,
What
break
a-
the chair.
Oh,
Mm.
no.
But see, that just messes with your head. You're like, wow, what a great start to the whole the whole day. You know, it's not that bad, but it's just like the mindset.
Yeah, kind of just get the worst out of the way.
Yeah.
That's probably the worst having to happen
It
in
gets
class.
people talking about you. I mean, that's a good thing. Maybe that's where the cheerleaders found that kid. They're like, hey, don't worry about the chair. You know what? Come hang out with us.
And
And then the dumpster. This is actually all the same person.
Just make his day horrible. Well, up next is our relationship segment. It's our favorite segment ever, run by the Foo Fighters. You're listening to The Morning App. And now back to the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
Yo, what is up? We are back. Morning app coming at it again. And so I'm going to start this off with a little quick convo about relationships.
We don't need to have that talk.
So,
So we're doing relationship stuff today, man. Me and you, we're taking care of it. But you know, these are the top 10 things that don't really make your relationship cute at all. So
What are you talking about? My relationship's always cute.
oh, your relationship is gross. I tell Kristen this every day. I'm like, y'all are so gross, because she came in yesterday on the phone like, I love you, and I'm like, ew, where's the trash can? Throw up real quick. But the number one thing about it is you're all about PDA. I think that's the one thing that kind of irritates a lot of people about relationships.
PDA is gross.
Yeah, it is. But
it just depends where you do it and how much, and like holding hands is fine. I don't care.
the grossest ones are the ones that you know are like planned and prepared almost. It's like when you see them. I've seen some where I'm like, man, they do it so much, like it has to be like a message.
like prepped.
Yeah,
they do it
almost. But it's not natural. You know, you don't feel the love.
The night before coming into class, so like, okay, when we walk into class today, I'm going to be holding your left hand, okay?
Right.
Slowly, like, massaging your hand with my thumb, okay? And then I'm going to kiss you on the, whatever, left cheek.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I agree
they
with
try
you.
way too hard.
PDA is just, I don't know how I feel about it. But the number two thing is you act like you never argue or disagree.
That is not healthy. If you try to go around pretending that your relationship is something that it's not, or even, I mean, don't post on social media if you're fighting, but you know, those people that constantly post about their relationship as if it's to verify it in some manner. You know, there's ups and downs in every relationship. You're gonna fight. I don't know why people pretend they don't fight. I mean, you fight with even your friends, you know?
Yeah.
It's natural.
Yeah, unless you're like dating a clone. You know, it's gonna happen.
I agree with
you gotta.
that. Yeah, the number three thing is you dress alike or color coordinate. Now,
oh boy.
I don't really see this a lot now. I think like a couple years ago, it was a very popular thing.
Really?
But nowadays, I don't really see it. But even then, that's weird. Unless it was Halloween or like
prom.
a special occasion.
You try to color match for prom, obviously. But
right.
Now, the worst thing, not with the relationship, if you accidentally match with like your roommate, okay? Like I'm a guy, I accidentally matched with my roommate the other day. We like looked at each other, walked in the food line, we're in the exact same thing.
Right.
And that's just like, oh, you two are cute. Or like, why? You saw me wearing this morning. Why would you put that on? And food line, that was rough.
Yeah.
My boyfriend and I will sometimes accidentally match, but the second that we realize it, one of us usually changes because we do not do that.
The number four thing is you are like Velcro at gatherings. So you're stuck together. I think that's the one thing that annoys me the most is if we're all in a social setting and you're just attached to your boyfriend or your girlfriend and we're like, we want to hang out and talk to you, man, you know, one-on-one, but they're stuck together.
Now, what about not just gatherings? What if they do everything together?
See, I think that would get tiring.
You need to be. You need to be your own person too in a relationship.
Right.
You know, you can't just be so and so's girlfriend or so and so's boyfriend all the time. You have to be yourself, or you have to be Howie's friend at times, and you play all these certain roles in life. And if you're stuck in the girlfriend role, it's detrimental.
Yeah, I mean, what if neither of them are like stuck in that role? They just always spend every waking minute together, and they seem content with that. Like they don't need any other friend. They're just content. Like that. That weirds me out a little bit.
I think you need space to like synthesize and
grow.
think about the relationship, because if you're with somebody all the time, you're not going to really notice a lot of things when you're.
Well, that too. But then if you're having problems in your relationship, who are you going to go to? If you
friends.
don't have anyone else.
Well, yeah.
You know, if you're just stuck in this relationship and, you know, it's good if you're dating your best friend. I think that that's good.
Yeah.
But if they're your only friend, then you have no one else to talk to if something goes wrong, you know?
I agree 100%. The number five thing is you have nicknames for each other and use them all the time.
Ew.
That's really gross. That's
Yuck.
extra gross.
Oh, Dovey, you look guilty.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to, but we don't do it like in public as much. It's like texting kind of.
Okay, I mean that's okay.
Are they gross nicknames like Cutie Pie or Honey Bunches, or is it?
Like even my roommates call me Dovey Doll or something like
Dovey
that.
Doll.
There's just so many combinations you can come up with.
It's amazing.
I actually like that.
You know?
The number six thing is you have pictures of yourselves everywhere.
What do you mean?
Literally, like you have it at your desk, you have it in your wallet, you have it in your car.
Of you two together.
Yes.
Or just that Instagram feed that's all the same
Just
couple,
them, yeah.
and you're just like, what?
You know-
Is this a couple Instagram?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Like I have like no pictures at all with my girlfriend. We were looking at that earlier, and we were like, is that a good or a bad thing? Because in a way, we're kind of not even concerned about pictures. We're just like in the moment.
Right.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
just
That's
Well, you want some,
Yeah.
what you're telling people is that you're available, Dovey. Like, come on, everyone's gonna you'll be like, oh, Dovey does. Oh.
Gotta make the profile.
I'm the same way though. We'll post pictures once in a blue moon, but it's only if it's an event and we have a picture from it. Sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. The number 7 thing is you say things like, I love you more. Kristen, are you victim to this?
no.
Do you have something to share with
No.
us?
I'm sure she is.
No, you hang up.
I don't think that's that gross. I think a lot of people do that. Even I've done it with my ex-girlfriends too.
Ooh,
So,
okay,
yeah.
okay. So I'm not the only one
Yeah.
guilty at the table. Okay.
Number 8 is you have an irritating voice that you use to talk to one another. So you get like a little voice like, "Oh, you're so cute."
Yeah.
stuff
This
like
is so Dovey.
that.
We know it. He's been
I
doing
know,
voices
no.
all show.
But
Nah, dude, I'm
at least
chill.
you're not checking all the boxes. You're just
Yeah.
once in a while
Every
guilty.
now and
All the
then.
most
yeah.
annoying ones.
This one's a little interesting though. You've made up nicknames for each other's private parts.
Oh
That-
no, that's
No.
so weird.
That's really weird.
That's
That's
just
extra.
weird.
Dobie, no. Dobie.
Dobie's guilty again.
No, I'm just smiling from the last one.
Sure.
And the number 10 one is you dress all of your children alike.
What?
I don't have kids.
If you have
we-
kids.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you're not checking that box. Wait, now, what's
Sure I
wrong
don't.
with doing that?
That's weird.
Especially
Josh.
in their first couple of years.
That's
What if they're
weird.
twins? What if they're identical twins?
That is the only exception.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
That's
You
it.
can't do it any. What if they're like a year apart?
You know what? You know what I think is so funny is when the family portraits and they all dress alike.
And they all have their hair
And then
done
they're all,
and
and
everything.
I'm
Yeah.
just like, what? People do that? I don't think we've ever taken a family portrait in our life.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
Try.
aside from the cute stuff, one thing I think is important about every relationship is you kind of have to ask certain questions about the relationship, even if it feels like it's going well to you. You got to always ask yourself these certain questions, see if it's like worth it in like the long run.
Check in with yourself.
So I have a bunch of questions here that you should probably ask yourself if you want to see if like this could be long-term potential, essentially. One of them, number 1, is do you think about breaking up when you're angry or when things are supposed to be okay?
I
That's a
think
big
that
one.
that thought comes to everybody's mind when you're angry. You're just like, oh, I can just leave right now. I can just get rid of them. But you don't want to do that. It just is the thought crossing your mind
Yeah.
sometimes.
It's like impulsive.
Yeah,
Or
it's
I
like an
think-
impulse.
Maybe even early on in the relationship that would be normal, but I think if it is worth it in the long term, when you get in those angry situations, instead of thinking about, oh, I could just be single and I could break up with them, you start to think of solutions to fix your anger or to
Right.
fix the problem at hand, instead of focusing on, I could just leave and be single, you start to think, well, what can I do to make this situation better?
Right.
The second one I actually kind of like. Are you happier thinking about them or spending time with them?
What do you mean?
Is it
Clarify.
Like, are you thinking about them constantly, or maybe not constantly, but a lot throughout the day, like how they are, what they're doing?
are you happier with the thought of them rather than actually presently being?
never mind, I was wrong.
That's pretty.
Ooh.
That's a lyric.
That's
pretty
actually
deep.
really
Yeah.
intense. 'cause
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that are in a relationship just to be in the relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just want
Just
that.
to fantasize, like,
Yeah.
Oh,
They want that creature comfort of having somebody.
Yeah.
That's an important question, I think.
Here's a good one. Are you more hesitant to show your partner to your family, or are you more proud to do it?
That's
Ooh.
that's a pretty important one.
See, actually, I've only introduced my ex-girlfriend like once to my family. Like, out of all my ex-girlfriends, only one time have they met my family.
Really?
And it went well, but I was very hesitant on it. I was like, oh.
It's
yeah.
always kind of scary. At least my family, they're so harsh. I mean, they are.
Yeah.
It's scary.
I don't know if it's coincidence, but I'm pretty sure my past girlfriends, every single time I've introduced them to my family, and this has been like we've been dating for several months and everything. I'm pretty sure like maybe at least a week or two later, like she's broken up with me.
Oh,
Not
no.
even
Oh,
joking.
no.
Yeah, I don't know if it's more of the focus is on, I'm hesitant to show him my family or my family to him.
Right.
That's true. The next one is, are they the first person you want to call when something really great or something really painful happens?
That's important. I think so.
I agree.
Well, we will see you all Friday with Taylor Ann coming in. Dovey did an excellent job and honestly gave me great relationship advice of what to do and not to do, clearly, because he's doing a lot of them. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you Friday on the morning app.